So here's bout number 4 coming up then, and Craig Turner alongside me, Nigel Turner. Craig, what do you know about these two boys?
Well, I've certainly seen Tommy-Lee box before. His brother's a very good boxer for the Broad Plain Police Boxing Club. Not so much about Rob Simpkins, but he's making a very good start, valid start. Educated, likes the right hand by the looks of things.
Yeah, two little dynamos by the look of it, first impression. Goodness me, there's a flurry of punches there, isn't there, between the two of them, and Robert just stepping through them and looking to get inside to Tommy-Lee. Tommy-Lee, very low guard, isn't he?
That's right, almost trying to bring the guy in so he can counter him. In the main, though, when the guys are standing back before the flurry of shots, they are trying to pick their targets, you can see. Yeah, dangerous there from Tom. If you try and switch off between attacks, you might get caught. So that's a little habit that the Broad Plain team will address, no doubt.
Yeah, so Tommy-Lee in the red. Little combination of punches makes Robert step back just a little bit, but Simpkins in the black vest going in there with a few shots of his own, but back comes Tommy-Lee. Just both getting a little untidy at times. They're trying to box right, and there's a big shot that landed, just caused a problem or two. And good advice to both boxers, gloves up, says the Broad Plain camp, but it could equally apply to Robert from the Cheltenham Boxing Academy. And it's the boxers who are disciplined and remember the basics in the heat of battle, I suppose, that are going to do well. To keep the gloves up, keep the defence tight. You know, defence is the best form of attack or something, is it? What they say once in a while, or is that the other way around? I can't remember.
I've heard similar idea from time to time.
Some of the words in not necessarily that order. Yeah.
That's right. But having said that, for guys this age, they would have been prepared in the gym. And by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. But as you can see from these guys, the discipline is superb, listening intently to the corners, because that's the right thing to do. And doubtless out for the second round, which will just have as much energy as the first did.
Yep, certainly will. And getting some decent advice. Tommy-Lee looking quite tiny, sat down on that stool, but now back up to his full height as he prepares for the second round against Rob Simpkins from the Cheltenham Boxing Academy with the blue headguard. Again, the low left hand of Tommy-Lee. Just likes to flick that left hand up from almost waist height, but just a little stumble there. Didn't quite touch down Tommy-Lee, just off balance. Wasn't a shot that did it, he just got his feet a bit tangled up. Slight pause as they both look for the opening. So Tommy-Lee coming forward, and he's a bit of headguard problem there, but he's managed to adjust it himself. And Rob just falling short with some of these shots as Tommy-Lee's footwork gets him out of the way. Just judging the range can be quite difficult, can't it, against an elusive opponent?
Very much so. That's an art form, and it only comes with experience. And sometimes it does fall down to if you're good at range judgment or if you're not, to get the front foot in and out of range. Very, very good. Case in point with scoring, what we should look at is a punch delivered with the knuckle part of the glove. If you look carefully when scoring amateur boxing, some of them land far from the knuckle. And although it does land, it doesn't score.
Yeah. So technique is the basis of everything. If you get the correct technique, then you won't go far wrong. Tommy-Lee gets a round of applause, as does Rob, at the end of another 1.5 minutes of all-out action. And another close contest, difficult to score. So I'm sure there's all to play for in this third round for both boys. And a very attentive audience as well. They all seem to be enjoying the action. Plenty of support in the room for both boys. And it is warm up there. We see the Cheltenham team just spinning the towel. It's lot of bodies in the room, a lot of heat up there, rising up in the ring. It's even hotter than down here. So Rob Simpkins, ready and waiting. Round number 3 then, between Tommy-Lee Temblett of Broad Plain and Rob Simpkins. And a fast start again by Tommy-Lee, just pushing Rob back. But back comes Rob with some leather of his own. Tommy-Lee just inching forward and then launches the next attack, and then tit for tat really as they both throw lefts and rights in a flurry. Again, great effort by both boys. Tommy-Lee still a little bit troubled by the chin of his head guard, I fancy, but he can't afford to be distracted against a boxer of the ability of Rob. So who's going to take this bout by the scruff of the neck and finally take the verdict? It's a tough one to call. I think this is the toughest so far of the evening. Forward comes Rob Simpkins this time, but he's really not getting inside and landing too much on Tommy-Lee, I suspect, at the moment. But Tommy-Lee, for all his effort, whether he's landing enough quality punches to impress the judges, well, we'll only find out in a 30 seconds or so's time, I suppose.
That's right. Looking at this, it's kind of difficult to score because the guys were really going for it. They're great contests. They both wanted to win, and it was difficult to score. For my money, I think Red may have had it. Certainly Steve Brooks, referee, enjoyed that one.
Yeah, well, we'll find out in a minute. We'll wait for the verdict.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The result of bout number 4, unanimous decision to the Template in the red corner.